It's time for Vivid Talk, a coaching conversation to cultivate your visionary lifestyle. I'm your host, Gwen Witherspoon, Better Life Coach. We use my proprietary Vivid model for growth and development to get us started, but it's not a real conversation without you. So join in. Visit vividtalkradio.com for details. We've got a great show for you today. Glad you're here. Welcome to Vivid Talk. I'm Gwen Witherspoon. Today's visionary profile is brought to you by Baudacity, and it's a prelude to the new season of Vivid Talk. New co-hosts, new focus, new episodes, all slated for this fall. Before we get started, let me tell you how you can join the conversation. Post your comments on our blog, share in social media, or visit vividtalkradio.com to start a Coach on Call chat. One day, a couple of weeks ago, I was scrolling randomly through my Instagram feed when I discovered Keith Reed Jr. His IG handle is @SirKeithington. The name caught me first, then the pictures, then his posts. It was evident that this man is a visionary. I had to talk to him, and I was delighted when he accepted. This is a visionary profile of Keith Reed Jr., or better yet, Sir Keithington. I feel like I should greet him as Sir Keithington, darling. I'm so excited to get a chance to talk to you finally.
How about it?
I know. How cool is that?
Thank you so much for the opportunity for reaching out, for sure.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Listen, you have one of those Instagram feeds that, everybody wishes they had. It's great. It's like inspiring. I'm like, every post is amazing. I was like, oh, I need to talk to him.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I appreciate that for sure.
So now you describe yourself as an ordinary guy with an unordinary vision. So tell me about that.
Oh, man. Well, Gwen, I mean, I'm just your average Joe, a kid from that lives in New Jersey. And the vision and the dreams that I have are only things that I know that God can do through me. you know.
Mhm.
And I know I wouldn't be able to accomplish any of those things that are in my mind and that I really feel in my heart without him and without his power and control. So when I mean like ordinary, it's because of the fact that they're almost like I know they're so big, I can't do them alone.
Come on now. Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly what I feel when it comes to, and I see when it comes to how I believe why I'm sent here on this earth.
So tell me about A Gentleman's Journey.
Oh, so a gentleman's journey is is a consulting slash styling services company. What we do is we save people time so that they can spend time doing the things that they really love to do, like
Uh-huh.
spending time with their family and their friends. And then we save people money, of course. That's another big thing. So they can put it towards things that actually, mean something in life after the end of the day, for the future, and to have people looking and operating at their best. So now, when it comes to blue collar, white collar, creative projects, music videos, photo shoots, even movies, we facilitate those services to cater toward whatever lifestyle or category that person or company needs.
So now, is that something you always knew you wanted to do?
No,
Did
not
it
at
come
all.
about recently?
Yeah, yeah. Recently, it was just something that my younger brother and I, we always had a passion for fashion and style.
Mm.
And what really gave us, what sparked it was that every time we would be out, people would always compliment us on what we had on. And they would ask us,
Mhm.
where did we get this? And how much was it? And then
Mm.
we looked at each other and began to think like, bro, like one of our gifts is, shopping, and we might as well just use it to help people,
Yeah.
when it comes in that area of life. So yeah, that's how it all started, and it's been a nice journey from there. No pun intended.
Okay. Have you always known that you were a visionary?
Yeah. I've known that since I was a kid. They always, even in preschool, I would always daydream a lot. My on my progress reports, my teachers would say, Keith, he's in the room, but he's not in the room. He's always, looking up into the sky and daydreaming. Even when it comes to what my dad has been doing for 35 years, um, seeing him do it and traveling across the world, like I'm in my mind, I'm thinking I want to do that, but I want to do it like this and like that. So I was always dreaming with the end goal in mind.
What was it like growing up as a PK?
Oh my goodness, it was fun and challenging at the same time. My dad, he made it clear that we could be kids,
Mhm.
growing up, regardless of what people would try to do and put us on a pedestal, like, oh, you're not supposed to be doing that because you're the pastor's son, or uh, better because of who your dad is. With that being said, there were always more than two set of eyes other than my mom and dad that were looking at us as
Uh-huh.
children.
Always, yes.
So,
That'll keep you in check.
yeah, tell me about it. Definitely keep us in check. And so, like my dad, he really made a big commitment, and really passionate notion that, listen, you guys can do exactly what you want, within your limits, and what limits he was saying within God's limits.
Mhm. Yeah.
So he helped us out, and for us to see that growing up. So it was challenging, but then at the end of the day, it helped build me to who I am, today for sure.
So tell me some more about the vision. So what's the big picture?
Oh my goodness, the big picture.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Oh man. Uh, the big picture, Gwen. The way that I see that, the company that me and my brother have been blessed with, um, this is a company that isn't just about fashion.
Mhm.
This company is designed and made to pour into people's lives, on an internal level.
Mhm.
Because in the industry, there are, people. Some people, they use fashion and clothes to cover up. It is our job, and one of our passion is to make them express through clothing who they really are. You know,
Mhm.
and that's not hiding anything. And when it comes to digging deeper and developing that character and making sure that the inside matches the outside, you
Mhm.
know that is the overall picture. And when it comes to the influence that we're going to have, we are going to be all over the globe, not just via fashion, but also when it comes to mentoring kids, when it comes
Mm.
to having different programs across the globe, when we're giving clothes and giving resources to people that don't necessarily have the means to have them. We are going to be uh, developing different relationships that puts us on different platforms that allows our light to shine on these platforms where darkness is. Being recognized as one of the most influential fashion consulting brands in the world, if not the one, it's going to be something epic that only God is going to be able to do. In a nutshell, that's it.
I went through your Instagram post. There were some things that jumped out at me, and so I wanted to put you on the spot and ask you to explain further, sir. You
Now,
talked about detail. Now,
Hmm.
how does attention to detail in styling parallel attention to detail in life?
Oh, my stars.
And look, I got it from your feed.
Yes, you did. It's the little things that really count and really go the long way. I'm a big, big advocate of being my best self in private so that I may be able to be the best person I can be in public. And
Mhm.
just the little things when it comes to doing what you're doing in private, when it comes to when you wake up in the morning, what is your routine when you wake up in the morning? The little small things that people don't necessarily notice if they don't have that eye, but have a big
Mhm.
impact on your life
Mhm.
later on. When it comes to like what I do when I wake up in the morning, when it comes to how often I am praying and meditating, and when it comes to being an advocate for things that I really, really am passionate about in private, not in so much as a major stage. And so when
Mhm.
I translate these different things into fashion, it's the little small things like the handkerchief in the pocket or the pin on your lapel
Mhm.
or the
Mhm.
cuff in your shirt, or the cuff,
Mhm.
even the cuff in your pant, or even the small little color in your shoe that goes with the collar of your shirt that brings the outfit to life. The little things like that that really, really go the long way. They make the difference.
So tell me some more about the journey. Like what's this visionary lifestyle like for you and your brother as you set out to become the most influential fashion brand in the on the globe?
Mm. Well, it's tough. It's not easy. There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, especially when you're alone.
Yeah.
You start to feel insecure about different things. You sometimes
Mm-hmm.
get distracted by other people and what they're doing and how much success they're having. And I mean, those things play a part into how you think,
Hmm.
well, maybe I should do it this way. And
Right.
like dealing with those insecurities in itself, that is a job. That's an 8 hour situation all by itself. But when it comes to really locking in into growing into, number one, who you are as a person and what God has put inside you, and submitting to what He has for your life and allowing Him to
Hmm.
lead it,
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
definitely adds a different perspective of peace and relieves the anxiety from your shoulders at times,
Hmm.
if not all the time. And those little small things, when they can really have a massive impact on somebody's life, or on your life, on my life as an
Yeah.
individual. If I don't tap in and tune into and be conscious on identifying, why am I feeling this way?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, if we don't identify why we feel the way we feel, it's going to end up hurting us in the future, and it may even hold us back from what we're supposed to be doing. You
Well,
know.
now, and I like something you said, looking at how much success other people that they're having.
Mhm.
It's the amount of success we think they're having,
Yes.
right? like
Mhm.
like we
Yes.
look at other people and we see what's going on with them, and we think, oh, everything is amazing, and they're doing so much better than I am,
Mhm.
and so I like that you said really just locking into following who you are, finding that
Mhm.
out, being that, and being true to that, because that's
Yes.
the only thing that's the only thing that's gonna help you get through whatever dark times you have, right? And I also
Exactly.
love that you admitted up front that it was hard. like,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
like,
for sure. It's tough. My
like
dad said if it was easy, everybody would do it.
also in one of your posts, you mentioned the weight of purpose
Mm.
and
Yeah.
the people that are counting on you.
Mhm.
So talk about that.
Mm. Being a visionary, when you know for certain that God really has design and purpose for your life, as He does for everyone. But when you allow Him to stretch your mind and seeing the things that could be done with Him, it's
Mhm.
terrifying.
I'm going to continue my conversation with Keith Reed Jr., better known as at Sir Keithington on Instagram, right after this commercial break. It has taken me quite a while to really understand who I am. At my core, I am an artist. Audacity is a lifestyle accessory brand of jewelry and wares by me, designer, poet, Gwendolyn Fay, fine crafted by hand of semi and precious gemstones and metals. Essentials are the pieces that I've come to love. They are versatile. They inspire me. They are made well. I get so much joy bringing each piece to life. Each has a name, a meaning, and a personality all its own. When I walk out my door, I'm saying something. Why not face the world with Audacity? Visit Audacity.com. Welcome back to Vivid Talk. I'm your host, Gwen Witherspoon, and we're returning for the second half of my visionary profile of Sir Keithington Reed Jr.
It's
Mhm.
terrifying. because like there
Yeah.
are times there and there has been times where I felt as though I see what you're going to do, God, but at the
Mhm.
same time, it's like I feel the weight of it now,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I didn't even get into it yet. The fact that I feel this way now, it makes me want to pick something else in a sense sometimes. When you see people looking at you and telling you, "Oh, I can't wait to see what God is going to do with you. You're going to be the one to lead this and you're going to be the one to do
Mhm.
that." That adds weight to someone's soul. Wow, I didn't think that number one, like you thought this much about me, that you really are putting this much trust in me and who I am as a person. At times, it does make you want to run away.
Yeah.
I've thought about it a couple of times. I've had suicidal thoughts at times. The
Really.
weight and the pressure of it being
Mm.
uh, so big. People they don't want to share it. Like you said, like it looks like they're doing great. They can look so great on the outside, but you get them back home and you get them in
Yeah.
their room and you get them in
Right.
private and you begin to see the emptiness that's in their soul.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with this. Like, this is how I feel like now. I lament and I'll be like, yo, listen, God, this is way too much for me. This makes me want to trust him. It makes me rely on him, need to rely on him more because at the end of the day, he's saying, yeah, I'm not, I'm picking you because I believe in you. But at the end of the day, I know that you need me to get it done.
I guess the thing I always come back to is no matter what, even when I come out of some difficult challenge like that, I realize that I don't really have a choice. Like it's kind of, don't you feel like, do you feel like sometimes the vision has chosen you? It wasn't something that you necessarily tried to do. Is that part of the weight of it? Is that
Oh,
it just,
yeah. I can agree with you 1,000%. Even though I feel like I didn't pick it and I feel like it like chose me, at times I've tried to run from it and choose something else. I end up running back to it because I know this is the only thing that's going to fulfill me if I really
yeah,
commit and really believe in what I got to do.
you ultimately have to come to a point where you admit that. So tell me this, I am obsessed with Miles Monroe.
Oh, Miles. Oh, Miles.
I knew
Dr.
you would feel the
Miles.
same. Somehow I just knew you would feel the same way. He was talking about the fact that every vision gets tested to test its authenticity.
Yep.
In what ways would you say your vision has been tested?
Mm. It's been tested through my insecurities. My insecurities have made me have thoughts like, well, maybe this isn't really for me. And when I remember him speaking those words, it's like, bro, this is a part of life right now. This is what happens when you're on to something.
Yeah.
You have to be able to endure and press through what you're feeling and what you're going through right now. And as a man, seeing these different moguls and people that are younger than me up and doing it, getting
God.
told no, that's the biggest one. Those out of the kind of examples I know that I've experienced.
Yeah.
But every time I get that no, or every time it doesn't go the way that I think it's supposed to go, I press through and I remember,
Yeah.
yo, this is just a test, bro.
So how do you get people to buy in?
Oh man, I have to really believe in myself. Scripture in the Bible talks about how, as a man thinketh in his heart, so
Yeah.
is he. I have to tell myself 1,000 times who I am and what I'm able to do and what
Yeah.
I'm going to do, so that my heart will believe what my mind is
Right.
telling me no.
Right. While your feet is going towards it.
Exactly. That's really big, when it comes to what I do and getting people to buy in, because when they feel that and they feel the passion coming from my heart, it tweaks interest and they feel the energy. Energy is, transferable. And you're not going to get a yes every time. When they give you a chance, I treat it like it's my last. I go over the top and they remember that.
How do you trust that gut? How can you trust yourself to do it a little different?
Even as like a millennial, we always try to do things, make something new.
Yeah.
Always try
Yeah.
to reinvent the wheel, as my dad says. When it comes to trusting myself, the major thing that I've been doing, not only am I studying what other people are doing, but at the same time, I'm studying what they're not doing. The little things that they may not be doing is the one
Mhm.
thing that could take your brand
Mhm.
from average to phenomenal. I'm hard headed sometimes, so I'll take the road less traveled. Once I get the one and I believe that this is the way that it's going to best suit my client, then I'm
Yeah.
all in. So I'm looking at them in mind, not myself.
So tell me this: what's on the horizon?
Speaking, I'm definitely going to different schools, speaking about entrepreneurship. When it comes to being inside of the church walls, I've been speaking and preaching more. I'm a big fan of, I'm pretty sure you know this guy. He's in the Bible. His name is Paul. I really admire how God is able to use him because his ministry is so powerful that he has the same effect in jail as he did outside. When I look at my life and I look at the power that God is with me and put inside of me, I feel like my ministry as a person is just like that. Being on these different platforms that are quote unquote outside the church walls, I'm going to have the same impact as if I was inside the church walls.
I think that I found you because you styled the truth for the sellers.
Oh yes, yeah, many.
That reminded me too that I've run into several stylists lately that in everybody's trying to figure out how they can get to the celebrity. Tell me about your approach. How do you even target like who you want to try to help?
The principles are simple. One of my mentors, he goes by, you have to shoot your shot every single day. So
Yeah.
when it comes to reaching out to different people that who you're trying to connect with, especially like via social media, you got to send them direct messages. You got to comment so that they see you on their timeline or on their time feed. Like, wait a minute, who is this guy? Why is this guy always? Or who is this girl? Who is this? You got to shoot your shot. And so when it comes to developing a relationship with them, what I do is I really ask about them. I talk to them about them, and what they're doing. And then in return, they begin to wonder, like, wait a minute, wow, this guy, some of them that they're like, oh, you must be a fan. When you know that you can provide value to this person's life, you'll know exactly what to say.
I do have one more thing. You brought it up. I am probably right at the end of the baby boomer, generation. And I was just talking to somebody, a young woman, a millennial at church yesterday, about the fact that, I got my graphic design degree just before they released the Macintosh for graphics. So
Oh wow.
It's amazing how technology changes so fast. But what I realized, one of the things I love about the digital age, and I've been growing myself into it, for the last 5 years, is just really the fact that we have an opportunity when the scripture says to go into all the world and preach and publish openly the gospel to all humanity. We have an opportunity, and I feel like a mandate to actually learn how to use those tools. So I love that you brought up that you're forming a relationship, and that's what they are ultimately. We can look at all the problems and all the things that come with it, or it makes possible. But at the same time, we can't ignore the fact that it is a tool for us to connect people.
Come
Really,
on.
if you're going to be a modern day visionary, you have to learn how to master social media and technology. Millennials, y'all, it's like y'all came out of the womb with it. Like you don't know any other way.
Word. That's it. That's all we know.
Would you say social media is just really a primary tool that you're using?
Yeah, it helps. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely a big, big, big help. You get to connect with millions of people,
Yeah.
From all over the globe. Why wouldn't it help my friends, even kids? Because there's some of the kids that are younger than I am, or people that are younger than I am. They have a different perspective on why, or they have a different reason why they use social media. They want the followers, or they want to be Instagram famous or whatever. That's cool, but at the end of the day, you don't need much to do that. You can buy that. All you need is a pretty face and less clothes. You can get Instagram followers. It's not hard. If you really want to make an impact, providing value and information and pouring into other people's lives, that's where the dynamics change between what separates one person that just has a lot of followers and one person who has a lot of relationships and a lot of money and a lot of resources. That's a different situation. That's really dope that you tapped into that and really wanted to know why, or really wanted to learn how to master social media now. Because there's so many different people that are older than I am. I don't need that. I don't need to know.
I know.
You're shutting yourself out.
You don't understand what's available in your phone.
Yeah.
It's what you are capable of. I think God's holding us accountable for it. I don't even think it's just a matter of choice. It's one of those things. I feel like it's something that must be done. He said to make friends of unrighteous mammon. And he talked about the fact that the children of darkness and their generation are wiser than the children of light. They're out there getting their message out. So why not get
Yeah.
ours? What I find though is when people say, I'm not good with computers or I don't need that social media, what they're really saying is that they haven't taken responsibility yet for that thing God has placed on the inside of them. Because
Wow.
as soon as you do that, as soon as I take on the responsibility of trying to spread whatever that I believe that's supposed to be, then that's going to put a demand on me. It requires me to change and to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
and it's frightening. So when you talk about the journey, it is frightening. It is
Mm-hmm.
frightening. And you talk about the insecurity. I can really relate to Moses when he said, I can't go talk to the people. They're not going to believe me. They're not going to believe
Right.
that you sent me. Like what? I
Absolutely.
can't, I got to stutter. I understand it. Like you look at yourself and you're like, wait, who am I to go do this?
Yeah.
But God expects us to do it because he's given us the ability. He's there with us. And that, and like you said, there is no fulfillment. Like ultimately, there's no fulfillment. It doesn't matter how much stuff you have.
Yeah. Doesn't
Yeah, it
matter.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Keithington, you did not disappoint. Okay. I
Wow.
am so grateful that you agreed to be on Vivid Talk Radio, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
will be watching you. And
Oh,
hopefully,
wow.
one day we'll meet in person.
Absolutely. Gwen, thank you so much for the opportunity. I love what you guys are doing here.
Obsessed with vision, and I'm obsessed with finding other visionaries. So great to find you.
Thanks for listening to Vivid Talk Radio, a coaching conversation for visionaries. A special thanks to our sponsor, Baudacity. Visit vividtalkradio.com to follow us and make sure you never miss an episode. Join the conversation by speaking your mind, posting your comments, sharing in social media, and tagging at Vivid Brands. You've been listening to Vivid Talk Radio with Gwen Witherspoon. Join us each Wednesday at 5 p.m. and get vision for every area of life. Visit vividtalkradio.com for more. Until next time, make it vivid.
You've reached the high fashion hotline.
Hi, my daughter's starting school and she wants to make a great first impression, like dress to impress.
Take her to Old Navy.
Old Navy?
Yes, all kids' styles are up to 50% off. Get cute tees and active from $5 and jeans from just $10 at Old Navy and OldNavy.com.
Up to 50% off all kids' styles?
Yep, and Old Navy has a new kids in-store shoe shop. All shoes for kids like sandals, high tops, and flats are up to 50% off too.
Up to 50% off all shoes? Old Navy, here we come.
High fashion, Old Navy. Valid 7/24 to 8/9. Excludes in-store clearance.